it's time. Everybody got to start.
Are there any special considerations? I heard Stan, if someone could stand, or any special
Or we just have her in a
consideration?
wheelchair. We just have her in a wheelchair, Judge. That's all.
Special consideration, any? Sorry. Say that again. I'm sorry.
We have two in
We have one that's in a wheelchair. Well,
got one male, one female in the wheelchair.
Okay, so I will, you know, you are on that side. I'm at my house. So if you need something special, someone you need to get done first or whatever, I'm okay with that. And if not, that's fine with me also.
yeah, it's fine with the order, sir. Whatever
Okay.
order you like. Yes, sir.
All right, let's get started.
All right, ladies, stand up. Stand up. Right now. Right now. You can stand up.
Okay, good morning. This is your first appearance here before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. My name is Brad Gardner. I am a judge in this court. I'm not here to conduct a trial of your case or to take a plea in your case. I'm here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing, but should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you if your case goes to trial. So please don't discuss the facts of your case. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: the right to the presumption of innocence, the right to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanor, the right to a speedy and public trial by jury, the right to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, the right to the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf, the right to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Give me 1 second. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail. These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond and fees in cash to the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office will hold the cash and return it at the end of your case. If you use a commercial bonding company, someone will have to pay a fee to the company for their service. The fee will not be returned. I don't know what fee will be charged, but it is usually based upon a percentage of the bond. Finally, if you use property to post the bond, the property will need to have a net equity at least 3 times the total amount of the bond. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. This special condition will be provided to you on a separate form. You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail. If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you could remain in jail until your trial. You could also receive additional felony charges. It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Whether bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you. The standard at this stage is very low. A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime has occurred. Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate for you to waive your preliminary hearing. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived. You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date. Lastly, I need everyone to raise their right hand. Do you swear or affirm that any statements you make during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Okay, let's start with the ladies. Okay, we need to unmute the lady side. Okay, tell me your name, ma'am.
Carol Beard.
Okay, Ms. Spears, you're charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. I've set the bond at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're gonna have a preliminary hearing date that's gonna be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That it will get waived upon you finding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for a appointment of a lawyer?
What you say, sir?
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
I just want to appoint me if you come back.
You want
I'm sorry, ma'am.
a lawyer?
I want a lawyer.
You don't want a lawyer? Okay. That's what he did.
Oh, okay.
Did she say she does not want a lawyer?
Gonna appoint you though. You want him to do it? Yes, sir. She wants you to do, she wants you to see if she qualifies.
Okay. You do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Have a blessing.
Great. Come on, Greg.
Are you Miss Green?
Yes,
Ma'am,
Your Honor.
you've also been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, damaged property, and I've also set the bond at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Says bond is what again, sir?
$1,500.
Yes, I can post that bond.
Okay, you're gonna have a preliminary hearing date that's gonna be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor. And what was the bond again, Your Honor?
$1,500.
$1,500. Thank you, sir.
All right. Miss Johnson. Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of simple battery. Bond has been set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for August 3rd. That date will get waived upon your bonding out. You'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, the address that I gave you, I'm not going back there, so how would I get the mail?
So, change your address with the post office. Or you notify the clerk of state court and the solicitor's office of your new address.
Okay,
Okay, is there anything else, ma'am?
no, sir.
All right, you free to go back. Are you Miss Reese? Okay. Ma'am, you've been charged with one count of public drunk, one count of driving a vehicle with no insurance, and one count of driving a vehicle with a suspended or canceled registration. Your total bond is gonna be set at $2,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is gonna be set for August 3rd, but that date will get waived upon finding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
How much was the bond again?
$2,500. Are there any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back. Miss Whaley,
Yes, sir.
ma'am, you charged one count of obstructing an officer. I've set the bond at $1,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd, but that date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done with the ladies' side. Is there anything else on the ladies' side? All right,
So there is no.
we'll switch over to the male side.
All right, Your Honor, I'm gonna move the around for Mr. Brown that is in a wheelchair.
Okay. Deputy Barker,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm on day 11 of a 12-day swing. So I'm dragging. I am dragging.
I got them all lined up for good. I got one after another for you.
Thank you, sir. And this is who?
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Yeah, right there.
Mr. Brown, sir, you've been charged with one count of simple battery, one count of criminal trespass. I've set a total bond of $6,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
He said no, Your Honor.
Okay. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from Carol Bogan. Do you understand that?
He said yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date that's going to be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, but that date will get waived upon your bonding out. I would encourage you, Mr. Brown, to contact the bonding companies that are in this county. And they will work with you. And my pause is I'm reading the warrant, and the allegations against you, sir, are things that, you know, you should not be in a wheelchair if you're doing the things that they're alleged that you've done. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Brown?
You have any questions? He wants to know what his bond is, Your Honor.
$6,000.
$6,000. $6,000. Yeah, $6,000. Any other questions? No other questions, Your Honor.
Okay, he's free to go back.
Say your last name, nice and loud.
Last name Edwards. How you doing this morning, Your Honor?
I'm doing well. Deputy Barker, I've had like a couple people ask the bond amount. And to me, if I'm in jail, that's the number one thing I want to key in on is the amount of the bond.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. I wasn't here this morning.
No. It's as I said, I'm on the 11th day with 12-day swing. So I am kind of commentating on things that I would not normally commentate on or have an opinion on. But for all of those who are listening, please listen to the bond amount, because that's the key to your getting out of jail. Anything else that I say is secondary to your bonding out. So hopefully no one else will ask me to repeat the bond amount. Okay? All right, Mr. Edwards, sir, you're charged with 1 count of driving on a suspended license. The bond is automatically set at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Sir.
You have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
Okay. How much do you make per hour or per month?
Per month, I would say maybe $1,600.
Okay. You do qualify, sir, for the appointment of a lawyer. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir, no.
Okay, you're free to go back, Mr. Edwards.
Last name.
Gilliam,
Mr. Gillum, sir, you're charged with 1 count of carrying a weapon without carrying a weapon concealed without a concealed carry license. The bond is automatically set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
no, when was that? I do not believe I can post that bond, no.
I'm sorry, are you Joel Lee Gillum?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, sir, what I have before me is a charge of carrying a weapon concealed without a license.
When was this charge given to me?
When were you arrested?
I was arrested on Monday for.
Okay, that's when the charge was given to you.
I was only charged with criminal trespassing.
We understand that. Now what happens is once they go in there and they found a weapon on you after they had you. So now they put another charge on you. That's why you're up in here now, okay?
Thank you.
That's why.
You said for what is the bail?
$5,000.
Thank you.
Do you believe you can post that bond?
No,
Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
please.
As you guys can tell, it's going downhill real quick.
Are you currently working, Mr. Gillum?
You said what?
Are you currently working?
I'm currently unemployed.
Okay, so you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer.
Yes, I would like one.
Your preliminary hearing, this is a misdemeanor charge. Your preliminary hearing is going to be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any other questions for me, Mr. Gillum?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Last name. Nice and loud.
Last name Johnson.
Are you, is it, I'm gonna say, is it
Let me see.
Roderick? Oh,
Bodarius.
Bodarius?
Darius Johnson.
Bodarius. Okay. Mr. Johnson, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of improper U-turn, 1 count of use or possession of drug-related objects, and 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Your total bond is going to be set at $3,500. Do you believe you can post that bond, sir?
Yes, sir, I can.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, you do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't. No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back. Are you Mr. McCreary?
Demetrius,
I'm sorry?
McCleary Demetrius, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, you're charged with one count of simple battery. The bond has been set at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's gonna be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from Aaron Pankey. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is gonna be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. McCrary?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back, sir.
Last name, nice and loud.
Matt Daniel.
What is it again?
Matt Daniel.
McDaniel.
McDaniel. Sir, you're charged with one count of battery, one count of obstructing or hindering a 911 call. Your total bond is gonna be set at $7,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
I can't understand it. Are you currently working, sir?
Yes, unemployed.
Okay. You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, you're free to go back.
Last name, nice and loud.
Mitchell.
Mr. Mitchell, sir, you're charged with trafficking marijuana. I cannot set a bond for this offense at this hearing. I have set a preliminary hearing date for August 4th. And I've set a bond hearing date for August 6th.
The fourth?
The 4th,
Yeah.
yes, the
Yeah,
4th
sixth
for the
is bond.
preliminary hearing, the 6th for the bond hearing. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Nah, I'm gonna hire one.
Okay. All right, sir. Do you have any other questions?
Nah, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Last name, nice and loud.
Mosley.
Mr. Mosley, sir, you've been charged with one count of burglary of a commercial establishment. This bond was written, or I'm sorry, the warrant was written back in October of 2012. I've set a $15,000 bond. Do you believe you can post that bond? You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date that's gonna be set for August 4th at 8:30 in the morning. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Mosley?
No, sir.
All right, you're free to go back.
Last name, nice and loud.
Young, Gabriel.
He's here.
Okay, sir, it says that you have a lawyer.
Yes, I do. So,
Who's your lawyer?
Owatonna, immigration, lawyer.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Owatonna,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
It
cannot.
says Watana, and it's an immigration lawyer, Your Honor.
Okay. He said it was a Watana?
Watana,
Owatonna.
oh, Watana.
Owatana. Okay. Sir, you've been charged with driving a vehicle without a license. This bond is automatically set at $1,000. Do you
Yes,
believe you can post that bond?
yes, Your Honor.
You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions of me, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Last name, nice and loud.
Smith.
Mr. Smith, sir. You've been charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, reckless conduct, criminal damage to property in the second degree, and possession of weapon during the commission of a crime. I have denied bond on the aggravated assault charge. I've set bond on the reckless conduct, criminal damage to property, or criminal damage and weapon, possession of weapon during the commission of a crime at $5,000 each. You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 4th at 8:30 in the morning. You're gonna also have a bond hearing date set for August 6th at 8:30 in the morning. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? I'm sorry, sir.
He said no, Your Honor.
Okay. Then you're free to go back, sir.
Last name.
Randall.
Mr. is Tramble, correct? Sir, you've been charged with one count of cruelty to animals. The bond is going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond? You're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir, no, I have one already.
Okay. Sir, if you don't have any questions, you're free to go back.
Last name, nice and loud.
Taylor Joseph.
Mr. Taylor, sir, you've been charged with one count of giving a false name, address, date of birth. Bond's been set at $1,000. You believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
There, you're gonna have a preliminary hearing date set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, but that date will get waived upon your bonding out. You get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you're free to go back, Mr. Taylor.
Last name, nice and loud.
Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, sir, you've been charged with aggravated assault, criminal damage to property in the first degree, possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, discharging of a firearm near a highway, and possession of a handgun. Let me see, I'm sorry.
It's not here. That's during your pre-trial. That's not here.
Possession of a handgun by a minor. So I would not, aggravated assault is something that I generally look at because it's something that I have the discretion to set bond. and I usually do not set bond. The last charge was possession of a handgun by a minor. So you do not have an extensive criminal history, so I'm going to set bond. But the discharging of a firearm is, in my opinion, a murder waiting to happen. Sir, I own several weapons, and I have a concealed carry license. And if I choose to carry my firearm, the first question in my mind, or that I ask myself, is, am I going to a place that I need to carry a firearm? And then it's, why am I going to a place that I feel that I need to carry a firearm? So I have shotguns, handguns, AR-15. I have weapons. I do not carry those weapons because I generally tend to not go in places that I feel as though I have to carry a weapon. If I have to do it for work, I will carry the weapon. But if I'm going someplace for enjoyment, I do not carry the weapon. And I'm taking this time, Mr. Thompson, to have this conversation with you because you have a long life ahead of you. And you can choose to spend your life in correctional facilities, or you can choose to spend your life with your girlfriend, your family, your wife, places that you would rather spend your time. So, sir, I've set a $20,000 bond for the aggravated assault charge. That I've set a $5,000 bond for the other charges. So you have a total bond of $40,000. Do you believe you can pay that bond? Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? Are you currently working, Mr. Thompson? You do qualify for the appointment of a lawyer. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. You're going to have a preliminary hearing date that's going to be set for August 4th at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived if you're able to post bond. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Thompson? Okay, Mr. Thompson. This is just a blip in your life. You're going to have to make better choices moving forward. Nobody's going to be there to pull you out of the ditch or pull you out of the hole. Make better choices, sir. You're free to go back.
Your last name, real quick. Thomas.
Tobler.
Thomas.
Mr. Tobler, sir, you've been charged with one count of aggravated stalking. I am unable to set bond for this offense at this stage. I've set a preliminary hearing date for August 4th at 8:30 in the morning. I've set a bond hearing date for August 6th Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
You do qualify, Mr. Tobler. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
All right, you're free to go back.
Say your last name, not loud.
Zamorano.
Mr. Zamorano, sir, you've been charged with 1 count of simple battery. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, Honor.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm fumbling over paperwork. There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond for you to stay away from Sonia, looks like Matez. Montez.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for August 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer? I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Is there a way for that, stay away?
I'll answer that question when you get done. You can't answer that.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. That'll be it.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
All right. So we have Mr. Stokes.
Yep. Mr.
Yes.
Stokes.
All right, Mr. Stokes, sir, you are charged, well, the advisory that I gave in the beginning applies to you, but you're in a separate situation in that you were listed as a fugitive. What that means is you have not committed a crime in Clayton County, but you're being held for Hamilton County Sheriff's Department in Cincinnati, Ohio, for the charge of possession of cocaine. Before I go into the whole spiel, have you been informed about your rights as it relates to this?
Yes.
Do you have an opinion currently as to whether you wish to waive your right to an extradition hearing or whether you want to have an extradition hearing?
I would like to, have them come pick me up. So whatever that is.
Okay, so there should be paperwork there. Deputy Barker, do you have the paperwork?
Yeah, we have it, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. So if you have any questions for me, I am here to answer your questions. If you believe that you have fully formed an opinion and you're ready to proceed and waive this hearing, then that's fine.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. So once you sign the waiver documentation,
Mhm.
they will send it to me and I will sign it today.
Okay.
And the clock will begin to run today.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Stokes?
How long do they have to get me, before their time expires?
So the basic time is 30 days. I am not in the fugitive squad. I have not had conversations with the people in Ohio. So I've had hearings as of last week where there are detectives from New York who were here on the day of the hearing, ready to take the person. So when they signed the waiver and they got the waiver paperwork back, that person was gone that day.
That's fine. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So I generally, I'll say this as a global kind of discussion. When they say that they're going to come and extradite a person, they make those arrangements. And I hate to say this, but generally, You know, Atlanta has a lot of strip clubs, and police officers are like ready, get on a plane, come to Atlanta so they can enjoy the nightlife on the county's dime or the city's dime. So I don't think you're gonna be here long.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
I'm doing.
All right. Mr. Barker,
One right over there, you can sign right. Yes, Your Honor, I apologize for the first part.
what are you apologizing for?
They needed, well, I try to brief them. Let them know.
Uh, Mr. Barker, you have nothing to apologize for.
Sir.
I appreciate it. It was fun as always. I'll be here tomorrow and it will end my 12-day stretch and I'm gonna sleep in the bed.
I understand. And
All
I
right, sir.
appreciate
Have a good day.
it.